What's up, summoners? King Blair here. Today I got a super spicy video for you guys showcasing Operator Sigret, but I also have a very special message and sponsor. If you look at the very top there, you guys see BlueStack 5. I often get asked, how do I play Epic 7? How am I able to record? How am I able to stream? How am I able to do all this stuff? Well, it actually is through BlueStacks, and when they reached out to me and told me to tell people about BlueStacks 5, I was like, oh yeah, I got you. I would never recommend you guys anything that I don't already strongly believe in. And you guys already know I give the best tips out there in YouTube. So I will say right now, BlueStacks 5 is amazing. But why is it amazing? So first, completely free. If you look down in the description, you can click that link right now. You can download it real quick. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. You'll be getting BlueStacks 5. No problem. Right? So that part is really, really awesome. The other thing is that out of all the players that I've tried Nox player, I've tried LD player. This one is just the best, right? It takes up the least memory space and lets me do a ton of stuff. But to understand just how good the memory saving is and how good the new eco mode is that they have on this setting, let me actually show you guys my setup so you guys can see how terrible my setup is, but how BlueStacks still lets me do all this amazing stuff. So let's move back. Alright, so now let's take a little look at my setup so I can see what I'm working with here. So if y'all have ever seen me stream, you guys know that I have a very tight space since I am a college student. You guys can see I got my Archie there, I got my little mic, and I got my super old, not even a gaming laptop, just like a design laptop that's over 4 years old. And usually it chugs a ton, but I'm able to play all these different games at the same time because I'm able to use BlueStack. Like, look how many tabs I have open, look how much I'm doing, and look how clean it still looks in the animation. So I just wanted you guys to show you that setup since you guys probably haven't really seen it before. So yeah, I'm able to do a lot of stuff, all because BlueStack is so clean. So let's go back into the game. Alright, so now let's go over some of the features that this new BlueStack 5 has and why you should definitely be downloading this if you want to play Epic 7. So first, if you see here, you're like, 2 Epic 7s, what is this? Well, you can actually play multiple games at the same time and all of them run super smoothly. Like, you can see there's like no lag pretty much, and like the screens are loading dummy fast, and this is what a lot of players actually do higher up that want to have side accounts, right? So if you guys here, I'm on my side account here, you can tell by the energy difference. If I go here, I can farm wyvern on this one, right? I can put this on, I can farm some wyverns while I do videos, while I'm having fun, while at the same time I can be actually, you know, on this account, I can go here and do farming too. So that way I can get the most out of my farming and I get to keep my phone and my tablet on other games and other gacha games. Or let's say you don't want to have a side account in Epic 7 and you like to play other games, right? Let's say you like to play other games. We can go over here and it has a massive library, right? It has anything in the Play Store. It connects to Steam. It connects to a bunch of other stuff, and it's super easy to set up. You can just download here real quick. Like, look, we're gonna start running this this wyvern even though it's not made properly. But look at that. We go here. We can download Princess Connect that I've been really loving, and look at that, running so smoothly on the side. You can literally just see how nice it looks. You can see, like, look at Furious. He's just chilling. All HD quality gameplay, and then the best part is you can close the tabs, you know, close everything, go over here, look at all the tabs I have open, talk to my homie in the Discord, and it's still running super smoothly, right? So it's just the amount of stuff you can actually do with BlueStacks is actually incredible, particularly the gameplay. It's just amazing, right? So it lets you do all this different gameplay stuff at the same times. Why? Because it takes up so much little storage. You guys saw so much little memory, right? And it only takes up like 2 gigabytes and to download as many games as you want. It's super light on your computer, super easy. You guys saw I run on a dinosaur. I don't even have a PC. It's legit just a laptop, and I'm able to stream, record, play music, play Epic 7 all at the same time. And if you guys watch the streams, it like almost never lags, right? And that's all because of how good BlueStacks 5 is. So yes, while they are the sponsor of this video, I cannot speak better on this. I highly suggest you try it out. The eco mode is honestly a lifesaver. This is a new feature that if I'm running a lot, I realized if I turn this on, it is just significantly better. Right now, since I'm only doing one screen, it is a lot easier. So let's actually get a little bit of the gameplay. Alright, so now let's actually see BlueStacks in action with none other than Operator Sigret. I thought it'd be very fitting to do her showcase along with this, since you know they're kind of just both like machines that work really, really well. So I normally do put my thing on full mode, on full screen mode. Here you get to have the full screen, you get to show everything, you get to play all your different games, your massive library. You get to play it basically like if you're playing a computer game, right? And you get to, oh, look at this detail. Honestly, the detail is ridiculous to me. But let me go out. I do want to keep it up here so you guys can see what I am using, but just know that you can actually put it full screen mode. But let's actually go over Operator Sigret, right? Because, you know, Operator is kind of like machines. BlueStacks is pretty cool. It's an emulator. It lets you play a ton of games super fast. And the loading screens are so nice, right? I rarely ever have lagging issues, ever. It's usually really, really smooth. I have nothing but good things to say about BlueStacks, honestly. But as far as the Operator Sigret, I also do try to have mine pretty good. So for this Operator Sigret, it's actually an opener Operator Sigret. She's a damage opener, which what this means is it lets me either use S2 or S3 depending on the situation. It gives me versatility on the teams, and it also makes it so if I'm not able to cleave turn 1, I actually have time to kill with Operator Sigret on the next follow-up turn. The only thing about this build is that it doesn't have a lot of effectiveness, and I'm really bad and I don't have at least 85% crit to get guaranteed crits on light units. So I would like to up the critical hit chance, and if you had a full opener Operator Sigret, you would make her considerably faster at 270 plus with a lot more effectiveness. I am able to use this speed because of Guiding Light. There's also a damage Operator Sigret that you can use for cleaving, but this one's it's a nice little Operator Sigret. It's pretty versatile and does a lot of stuff, but don't take my word for it. Just like BlueStacks, don't take my word for it. Try it out, right? And I'll get to showcase it and you guys can make the decisions on your own. So we will be showcasing her in Arena, in Guild Wars, and in RTA, just showing her a lot. In RTA, it's really hard to actually get her. A, because she's really hard to use, and B, when you get to play her, they usually just ban her, as we'll see. So right now, I tanked a lot in Arena rank because I was playing around a little too much with different teams, and I just kept losing. So ignore the rank for now. I usually am champion on both RTA and Arena, and RTA just reset, right? So let me showcase it against a pretty popular team that has Polides. So I don't see a Polides team here, so let me refresh it. Well, let me just showcase it on. I want to showcase it on a Polides, so y'all can see why she's so good against Polides teams. All right, here we'll take her against this team. So normally I have my Tamaru Luca, but my Tamaru Luca is out of commission, and there's a Polides there, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have her, we're gonna have Landy, and we're gonna have Stene, right? So yes, I know it's a little bit whale, but the thing about it is this lets me quote-unquote cleave while still being able to deal with Polides, since she hits and pushes back. It's not something that that she does the other way, right? And the thing about it is, honestly, y'all, Operator Sigret has the favorite animations in this game, and I get to see it even better with BlueStacks. But for real, download it, link that in the description. It's an amazing software. Y'all see how fast the load streams are. So here I have two separate options. I can either use the S2 and try to kill the Polides, or use S3, because I'm not confident in my Operator Sigret since she doesn't have attack buff, and I know this is probably a really fat CC barrier. We're actually going to try to push back with S3. Now it has pretty much an 15% chance to not work, but for the most part, even if it doesn't work, that's why I have the A Taiwan there for like safety purposes, but it does end up working. He does get the barrier from FCC, which I'm not super worried about. Why? Because Landy will be able to push up and get rid of it, and the only unit I have to get rid of here is the Ravi, right? If we kill the Ravi, we pretty much win the fight at this point. So beat Ravi, win game. That's why the Stene is there, because I know my Stene can actually just delete the Ravi. But we are going to do some poke damage with the A Taiwan, apply some control, apply some slows, put us in a good situation, put the slow debuff, so we also do extra damage with Stene's S3. Take away the Ravi's healing, and now we can literally just end the game right there and then with a nice little S3. Even though we didn't get the poison, because she has the attack buff from Operator Sigret, has the speed buff. It's just GG, bro. Like, she's not surviving that. And at this point, it's just, she has pretty good follow-up damage. I am going to save the S2 for later, for when the FCC puts, or for the Roana. For when the Roana or the FCC put a barrier up, I will use the Operator Sigret S2. So I won't be able to defeat the Polides, so let me actually just go normally here. And we'll wait for the S2 later. So we'll get a couple of debuffs here, but it's not that big of a deal. Oh wow, that's a lot of debuffs actually. I mean, my Operator Sigret, we can get rid of her here and then finish off someone else with the S2. Alright, so she got the barrier on herself, and now you'll get to see the S2 in action. No attack buff, but as long as it crits, it should be able to kill. Yeah, 12k true damage. You're not doing anything against that. And then we're able to cycle pretty easily. But y'all get it, right? Y'all get the point. Operator Sigret, pretty solid. Look at that. Oh man, the animation's just ridiculously good on this character. And I get to see it on full screen because of using this emulator, BlueStacks, which is better than all the other ones. Best memory usage, just all good stuff. Alright, let's showcase her in some other places. Alright, so on to Guild Wars. So here we have a pretty traditional Charles. I don't really care too much here if I lose Operator Sigret to a Charles counterattack, but the big thing is that she's going to be able to give me turn 1 against this Arbiter Villager, and even if she doesn't, we do have the Stene to follow up. We don't push back the FCC, which is one of the things that you have to struggle with Operator Sigret, is some units do have some FRES, and if you don't do a full opener with effectiveness, this situation will happen. But it's still enough for us to push back. The Charles misses a crit and almost kills the Stene, which was actually very scary. The RB didn't gab, so it wasn't too bad. This is against a top 30 guild, so very well geared units. But at this point, it's pretty much over since we already took out the RB one time. We're gonna be able to take out the Charles soon, and that's why you see me go onto the Charles, is because I want to show you guys why I said the Charles is gonna be gone. We are just gonna one-shot him with Operator Sigret and follow up with some damage onto the Arbiter Vildred. It's pretty nice that she is able to heal with the S1, but sadly she actually does hit through the barrier. So we do all those Operator Sigret, but we win the Guild War pretty easily, right? And it is against the top 30 guild, as you guys see there. Now against the same guild, here we go against a lean defense. This guy probably didn't want to get cleaved, but you're still gonna get cleaved, bro. Operator Sigret pushes back. She doesn't do a non-attack skill. He gets really good RNG with this Ravi. I believe she even counters right here, but it's not going to be enough. We go with the Tywin. We go a little pop. We got those nice animations. By the way, this is BlueStacks full screen mode, which is what, if you're wondering. And here we just kind of finish up the Ravi with the Stene. And at this point, it's pretty much over. I mean, the Tywin, while it is going to do quite a bit of damage and could potentially kill my Operator Sigret, is not going to be enough. We do a Raw S2, it still does pretty good damage. One of the reasons why I like the damage build on Operator Sigret, since I'm able to do so much. But I mean, at this point, again, it's pretty much over, and we have another successful Guild Wars with Operator Sigret. As far as RTA, here's a clip of me actually getting the cleave off. This is a lot harder than you think. It took me 7 games to get this quote-unquote perfect game with Operator Sigret. For most of the other ones, she was either banned, and for 2 of the other ones, I ended up barely losing because my DPS wasn't strong enough, right? Because I don't have that many good cleave units. We give him turn 1 with the Cerise, but it doesn't really matter because Cerise, what's she gonna do? Slow me down, right? He doesn't have a follow-up threat, which is, again, that's understanding speed threats and knowing since I have Guiding Light, he can't touch my Operator Sigret. He does get a counter on Ravi, but we are able to strip. We didn't strip the invincibility, so he did get lucky there. But we do get everything else. He gets another counter onto the RB and does not actually kill him. We get our S3, and I don't even believe we proc Guiding Light here. So, you know, it's not our luckiest game, right? This is actually, like, I would say it's one of the worst games, but it's just the fact that with that attack buff and how much damage we're doing, it's too much, right? Like, you guys see my cleave Tywin there. If you see a little bit of lag, that was actually from my opponent. But we do see there, and it's able to easily take them out, and it's pretty much GG. Just go in with a little S1 and end that right there. And then he can't really do much at this point. He lost Robbie. We go for the FCC so we don't have Aureus, and then just finish the job off with our Operator Sigret and get the GG and BM him a little bit for allowing us to get a pretty dirty cleave. But as I mentioned before, she gets banned a lot. And the thing about it is a lot of times Operator Sigret's a little bit core to your team. So you'll see all these different drafts. I ended up winning a lot of these, but I also lost a couple whenever I was overextending. For example, for this one, I lost because I didn't have the damage anymore. For this one, I was able to win because, I mean, this whole team relies on buffs, right? So the Sten is able to get rid of him. But again, it kind of stinks that Operator Sigret gets banned as often as she does. And here we have one that showcases some of Operators actually losing. I don't want to show you guys just the wins. So here is one of Operator Sigret actually losing. We actually go in here, and the reason why we lose this one is because our DPSs were not strong enough to deal with the MO Ken. As you see there,
the RB, just not enough damage onto the rest of the team. And we don't have the follow-up damage because we are missing a cleaver. Like if this was a cleaver, we would have won the game. But because it is not a cleaver and it is a Fallen Cecilia and she's not even on a good Bruiser build, we're not going to be able to kill the Crawl. He's going to get to set up increased defense. He's going to get to S3 and we're going to be in a bad situation. So Operator Sigret is going to be only as good as you get, right? She's only as strong as your cleavers, right? So with Operator Sigret, without the red cleaves, you guys see here, the ammo can pretty much solo my team. I wasn't able to kill with RB because of the defense buff, because we were not able to get rid of the Crawl in time. And you guys kind of know that this fight does not go well, and I do lose to the ammo can right here.
So that is all I got for you guys today. Operator Sigret has honestly become one of my favorite units. And big shout out again to BLUESTACKS for sponsoring this video. Make sure you download using the link down below. Not only does it help ya boy be able to do more videos like this, build more units, get y'all more of that spicy content, but you also get something out of it, and it's absolutely free. So if you ever want to support the channel or you want to try something that's amazing, download BLUESTACKS, right? There's no reason for you not to. It's completely free. You don't like it, take it out, right? They're super secure. I trust them with all my info and everything, so I'm committed to them, right? I've used it for several years now, and just the fact that I get to showcase to you guys in a sponsored video is a really, really good experience. So hopefully you guys get to try it out and you guys fall in love with it like I have, and this will allow you to do a lot of stuff. You guys know I'm a college kid and I do homework at the same time, and sometimes I want to have my phone for other reasons, right? If I have to go on call or something. So I usually do play Epic 7 on the computer. So that is all I got for you guys today. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see y'all next time. Peace.